Hello, everybody. Hello, Future
Hey.
Bestsellers and other friends. We are super, super glad that you guys are here with us today. Yay! We're doing some writing sprints. I have to say, like, my Mondays always end up like really packed because I try to do nothing over the weekends. But I really like the writing sprints on Monday, even though it makes me feel kind of like my schedule is super overpacked. Right, a little frazzled, but I also feel like I just get this like really super productive start to my week. What do you guys think? Do you like now that we switched from Wednesday to Monday? Do you feel like you like that crazy
Yeah.
kickoff to the week, or
I
you
love the crazy kickoff to the week because
really?
at least I have sprints to be like, this is what I'm doing today. And I can do sprint A, sprint B, sprint C with different projects. And it's really helpful to get a start on each of the projects that I have for the week.
Well, that's good. How about you, Doll? What do you think?
I like it because I this is the year where I've been a bit of a hermit and I want to create healthy habits for myself. So it's starting off with some socializing on Monday that it's also productivity oriented. I think it's good. It's
Good.
like something helpful for me as well. Even though I'm not a sprint person and I'm not like a word count goal person, even if I'm different, this is helpful for me as well.
Good, good, good. All right, Robert, how about you?
I like the earlier start. It sort of does get the week rolling, but at the same time, I'm still stuck on Wednesday. And then I'm thinking, like waking up at 4 a.m. saying, oh my God, we have a stream tomorrow, don't we? I almost forgot.
Yes, I know I do too that. I forget it like every week. I think because we're not used to, I mean, it's been a couple weeks, so I think we're not used to it yet. Let's say hello to some friends in the chat who got here early and on time, and then we'll go around and do our introductions, and then we will get right into business. We'll get some sprints going. Spence was here first. Yay! Congratulations. Please look for your prize pack in the mail. No. Good morning. We are very, very glad to see you. Claude is
Hi,
here.
Claude.
Hello, Claude.
And I
Very
think
good to see you. A Dega Outlaw. Woohoo. On time. Very nice. We're very, very happy to see you guys. Mary's here. Hi, Mary.
Hey,
Glad to see you. Ooh, new name for us. Is it Maria?
that's how I would pronounce it.
Maria Garcia. I love it. Maria, welcome. I think this is the first time you've joined us, so we are very, very glad to see you here. And please let us know how to pronounce your name phonetically in the chat. We don't mess it up constantly. So I love that name. That's so great.
If it's a Spanish name, which I think it is because of Garcia, and I know the name, it's Mireya.
Maria.
So like the E, the I sounds more like an E.
Mireya. Can I just say that I was the person in French class who could not roll her R's, so
you don't have to.
Can't do it. Cannot do it. But I will try my best. Theo Savvy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Theo, just popping in to hit that like button. Got my second vax on Saturday. Oh, not feeling so good. Oh my gosh. I'm very glad you got your vaccine, and I cannot believe that you are like, get back in bed, girl. We will see you next week. Thank you very much, and we love you, and we hope you feel better. But you should be thinking about you right now. Adega says, be well to see you. Novelist Allie is here. Hello. We're very glad to see you today. And Cool Gamer is back. Oh, I'm loving your little avatar today. That's pretty awesome. So as everybody is jumping in today, because again, I did not like send out a Facebook message or like post on Twitter until like 3 seconds before we went live. So I think people are just sort of filtering in. So while they're doing that, let's go around quickly and make our introductions. Robert Jones is here. Story Detective, tell us a little about you and your channel.
Well, my channel is The Story Detective, where we take everything story-oriented and put it under a Sherlockian microscope break it down and give the viewers the facts and hopefully make your craft journey easier. I do tech reviews and some unboxings. There's various things in the works, and that's all coming soon.
We're very excited about that. And also I have to say your craft videos are worth, even though there haven't been any new ones lately, they're definitely worth going back and rewatching. Doll Cecil Runo.
Hey.
Hello. We're super glad that you are here today. Thank you so much. So tell us a little about you and your channel.
Hello, other humans. I'm Books Cecil Runo. I'm a partially blind writer for introspective readers. Brand is changing a little bit.
Nice.
My YouTube channel is currently on a hiatus because, hey, rebranding and stuff. But when I come back, I will come back with things that are going to help authors in ways that go beyond just writing craft, hopefully.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Nice. Very nice. You sound full of fresh ideas. Did you, were you at Tamara's,
I caught the replay.
Blah, blah, blah. I know I haven't yet, but that's what I'm planning
Author
on doing.
platforms workshop.
Thank you. Good gracious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, right?
Check it out.
So
Really,
I know I have not.
Really good stuff. Really good stuff. I caught the replay. I wasn't there live because I was on the phone with my mother.
Nice.
But yeah, which was a shame because I was like, oh, I know I'm missing Tamara, but hey, I want to talk with my mom. I haven't talked to her in ages, but yeah. So I caught the replay because it's real good stuff. And also things that I've been learning on my own. I am going to be working during this live stream. I'm going to be working on my little PDF guidebook that's called Instagram for Authors.
Love it. Love it. Very nice. That's great. Oh, I'm very excited to hear more about that. All right, Sako Toomey, tell us a little about you and your channel.
Howdy neighbors, I'm Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voigt. I write horror and I'm a witch and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. So if you are looking for videos on marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, Sako Toomey Cass Voigt. Please drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys are all here today. I am Lisa Daly. If you don't already know me, if you're new to us today, welcome. We're very glad you're here. I'm a traditionally published author of both romantic comedies, so fiction and nonfiction, mostly dating advice. Anyway, let's get started. We need to get some writing done, and then we will come back and do some more chit chat. We are going to start with a 5-minute warm-up sprint so everybody can get their drinks if they need to, or get their project open. You guys know the drill. All right, so without much further ado, I'm in the mood to write today, so we're going to be like chit-chat, sprints. All right, so you guys, let's get ready for a 5-minute sprint. We can get everybody get their documents open, get ready to roll, stretch those little fingers. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, sprint. Okie dokie. Welcome back, everybody. We are very glad to see you. I forgot to put the banner up. And so I realized that anybody who was coming in who didn't already know what we were doing was probably like, why are all these people being like super, super quiet to us? Yeah. Well, I think we all know I'm not the tech wizard. So, so I hope everybody got everything going. Let's go around chatters and just around the circle here and talk about what everybody is going to be working on today. So let's hear it. What are you guys working on? Dal, you said you're going to be working on your new Instagram
for authors.
Writers, Instagram for Authors book. I love that. That's super awesome. How far are you with that so far?
I am writing the introduction to part 1 of the, I already have the table of contents ready. That was before this live stream, and I already have an introduction written down.
Great.
So I am already on working on part 1, like the introduction to part 1 and everything that I'm going to go through before all the kind of work that has to be done.
That's great. That is fantastic.
So, and in this 5 minutes, I got 117 works down.
Wow.
Look at you go. Very, very nice. All right, Sako, what are you going to be working on today?
I am super behind on draft 3 of Flambeau, which is the book that I am writing in conjunction with BC Brown Books.
Awesome.
I'm probably 3/4 of the way through, so hopefully by the end of the week I can start wrapping things up and we can ship it off to the editor.
Wow. All right. That's pretty cool. What about you, Robert? What are you working today?
I am still editing the second draft of my manuscript. I sort of got ahead on it before we took the break, and then I ended up taking a little break and researching some other things, and then the ideas compounded, so my progress went forward. Then I went back, added some things, and I'm almost where I left off.
Oh, good.
Maybe a little bit further.
That's just writing for you, isn't it? Oh my gosh, that is awesome. So I will be working on my rom-com today. I literally did not, I was all excited last week. I was all jazzed to write. I wrote Monday when we did writing sprints and one other day. I wrote 2 days last week. That's it. This week, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. My goal is to write 5 days this week. You guys next week on the stream asked me if I did it. I need to be held accountable for my actions.
We'll do it.
I have been working a lot. So part of the reason that I've worked more slowly than I normally do, like as far as the number of days I've been writing, is that I've been working with this new nonfiction client who has she had like an insane deadline. She emailed me on Sunday, which I did not get until Monday, and said, I am speaking at a conference. I need to have this nonfiction book done in 10 days. Can you help me? I know. And I was like, yes, because I was just back from my vacation, right? And feeling like, okay, yeah, I've got this. And so, so I met with her. We've been meeting like every other day. It does not hurt that this is a woman who has published 40 books and writes, wait for it, 10,000 words a day. Holy crap. Wow. So yeah, anyway, she's going to do it. The goal is by Wednesday to finish the book. And she was in excellent shape on Saturday. So I feel like it's going to happen. I know. I'm really impressed though. Like I both believed we could do it, but also, she has to do the writing. I'm just helping with structure. And I'm like flabbergasted at how fast and how well this woman really writes. So, all right. So today I'll be working on my rom-com. That was what I was trying to say.
It's really difficult. It's a huge skill and like an asset to be good and prolific at the same time.
Yeah. She is both, which is, I know when I first like heard 40 books, I was like, holy smokes, that is a lot of books. But then having worked back and forth with her on this manuscript, she's really fast and she's really good. She's funny as she can be, just my kind of thing. So Debbie is working on her comic. Awesome. Very nice. Mary's getting back into Shadows of the Past. We'll also be logging into work at 12. That's good. That's very good. We're excited about that. Look who's here, Marty Mary. We're very glad to see you. Hello. All right. Oh, now say your name, dog, because I forgot already. Mireya. We'll be working on the first. Please tell us if we've massacred this. I'll be working on.
You're doing great. It's just like a slight accent.
Oh, I feel so proud. She will be working on the first draft of her fantasy novel.
First draft, yeah.
Their fantasy novel.
Sell yourself short.
Yeah, awesome. All right, here we go. Claude said, thank you. You know what's that's funny? My mother used to read me this story called 10-Cent Earrings, which I think was like a story that her mother read her from like Reader's Digest about this. It's a short story, but I'm not like, it's too long for here. But it's the whole message of the thing is don't sell yourself short. So if somebody gives you a compliment, say like, oh, well, it's not as good as yours or what. Right? To just say thank you. Yes, just say thank you.
You have to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
And I learned that from you.
Bless you, doll. You're so sweet. All right. So Claude is going to be outlining Act 2A.
Which is cool because that leads me to believe that he also does like a 4-act sort of situation like I do. So I have like a 2A and a 2B, you know, the middle point.
Yeah.
4 different quarters, and you know, sometimes it is called a 4-act, and it's easier to look at it that way for me.
Yeah.
It is for me. Yeah.
Claude, inquiring minds want to know, are you writing a 4-act structure? We would love to hear about it. Morgan's here. Hi, Morgan. We're very glad that you made it today. Yay. All right, you guys.
Let's do a sprint.
Let's do a sprint. I'm all over this. Okay, here we go. Let me get my little share up. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to do it. All right, here we go. Sprint. You get to do it, doll. You get to be the one. Oops, I almost sprinted. I almost did our, it was like a, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Look what it is. It's a timer. All right, everybody. Woo, it's already going. It's ready to go as much as we are. All right,
ready
doll.
to go.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Ready? No pep talk, doll. 3, 2, 1, go.
So the time.
Oh, we lost her, I think.
Timer is ready, and I am ready, and Lisa is ready. What about
All right.
Now that's what I call perfect timing.
That was perfect timing. You came in like right on the zero there. So you're gonna, for our next sprint, you're gonna have to do your big pep talk lead up again, because
my Wi-Fi is not kind.
Yeah, it just you were like totally out. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go ahead and start it. And then after it started, then we could hear you. And I was like, and then I couldn't mute you for some reason. So I was like, oh gosh. Anyway,
lag. It was lag.
Yeah. It's all about the lag. All about the lag.
So sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Wait. Claw says in a robot voice, alert, alert, doll simulation, disconnect. Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Ginny Noble is here. I'm so glad you made it. Ginny. Very, very nice. And JL is here. She says, sorry she's late. No problem. You haven't missed anything. Or a lot, actually. Maybe there's a lot. I don't know.
You just missed me fighting with gremlins.
And Amy's not even here today. So, oh my gosh. Very bad.
I'm the second in command.
Yeah. Very Bad Books is here. Hello, darling. We haven't seen you in a little while. She says she hasn't edited anything in 4 months. Help. How can we help you? We are here for you. We are here for you. All right. Spence says she's doing laundry and more office cleaning. It's already looking so much better. Doesn't that make you feel better when your office is all clean and straight? I always feel like I'm so much more productive. But then once I'm into the book, then it's a big pigsty again. So
yeah,
you would think, looking at my desk today, that I've been very busy with my writing, and that would not be true. But I have the look of a real writer today. So anyway, Marty Mary says, helped hubby get lunch started and got 116 words written. Very, very nice. How did everybody else do? Sako, how'd you do?
I did pretty great. I started a new scene, so I'm figuring out how to info dump without info dumping.
Very good. Very good job. It's good to be aware of that. I think you're less likely to fall, what's the word I'm looking for? Into the pitfall of hell. It's easier to avoid the pitfall if you are aware of the problem before you start writing it. I'm going to do
it through the lens of the character. And if you can't do that through the lens of the character because it's not information that the character is aware of, there's always a TV, a radio, something external that could be happening. Probably.
I have a teacher and a student.
Good. Oh, good. Okay, that works. Story Detective, how'd you do?
Not too bad. I'm fighting with my cat who suddenly wants attention because I think the week we weren't sprinting, I was doing something else, and she was in here and got into the routine, and she's like, shouldn't you be doing something else and giving me attention while you're at it?
Cats are like that. Cats are like that. Doll, I'm thinking you told us what your word count was, but now I can't remember if that was the 5 minute or this one.
That was a 5 minutes. This time, because of the internet this time, and because I'm not a sprinter, and interrupting me in the middle of the flow is actually not good. I don't even know how many words I have right now because gremlins, and I'm not a sprinter. But
that's okay.
But I progressed. I did. So that's something.
That is something.
Do you dictate?
No.
No, you type?
I type.
Oh.
I type, but when I come back from the sprints, I have to listen to what I just wrote to catch what the heck was I. This is why interruptions are not good.
Yeah,
I get that.
But I don't care. I want to be here, so I'm doing it anyway.
That's good. That's good. I got 342, so I'm pretty happy with that. Very Bad Book says, I don't know. Maybe if Story D did a little dance, that would help motivate. I feel like that would help motivate me too. Can we just get a little?
We can have the stick figure dance.
Very. Awesome. None of this like from you. Okay. Let's see. Editing today. I want to have this done by the end of the month, and so far so good.
Excellent.
Very, very good. I'm very glad to hear that. Me too. I want to be done by the end of the month. You know, a good way to do that would be
a sprint.
Take a deep breath and do another sprint. That's exactly right. All right, let me get this time though. We can hear Doll's audio, so we will all hopefully, fingers crossed. I guess I don't want to say all. Hopefully, we will be able to see her, or not see, hear her pep talk. All right.
I'll just sit over here and practice my Saturday Night Fever maneuvers.
Yes, I am all in favor of that. All right, Doll, I am ready when you are. You go ahead and give your pep talk, and I'll hit the button when it's time.
Lisa is ready. The timer seems to be ready. Everything seems to be ready. If you don't feel like you're ready for this, you don't have to worry because you're not doing this alone. And we are all in the same boat. So it's 20 minutes on the clock. Work your magic. Get ready to sprint in 3 and 2 and 1 and sprint.
Okay, here we go. All right. Uh-oh, did we lose? Oh, there's Doll. Hi, Doll. Sorry, something just happened. Oh, I think it was the thing, and I was like, wait, did I just do that? Okay, that was good. Yes, timer. Good. I think we're, yeah, that was it. The timer disappeared, and I was trying to get rid of it, but I almost got rid of you, Doll, which would have been
lol.
No,
because you would have missed the disco moves that Robert was practicing earlier. All right. Very nice. If I had like a trophy to give you right now, I super would. You know what? I would like to make a confession right now. I actually have a disco ball hanging in my closet.
Me too. I do have a disco ball.
That is awesome. Next time we'll have to bring a little one, or I'll get a little video and we'll put it above Robert's head. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so how did everybody do? Doll, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I don't know how many words because I saved my work and closed the document, so the computer is, has more space for the stream, I guess. So I don't know how many words, but I can feel that I just ran with it. I wrote much more. I started a new section that is kind of like introduction to point A, kind of. So I am now discussing YouTube versus Instagram and why maybe for some people Instagram would be better.
So nice. Very nice. Love it. All right, Robert, how did you do on this last one?
I did a little better. I think I'm finally getting into the groove. Those disco moves really help.
Ginny says that you need disco duck playing while you dance. for you young ones. Oh, that's only for the oldies. So, oh my gosh, love that. That is hilarious. Okay, that's good. I'm very glad that you got that going. So, on a roll, you think?
I think so.
All right, that's good. That's good. Sako, how about you? I'm
on a roll with the scene, with the info dumping, without info dumping. It's coming along.
That is excellent. I only got about 200, not even that, 182 words this time, because if you did not see at the very beginning, there was a lizard in my office. And I had to call in.
Good luck.
Are they? Well, that's good. I live in Florida, and they're like literally everywhere. I remember when I first moved here, I was afraid to walk on the sidewalk because they're
everywhere.
They skitter across, and you're so afraid you're going to step on them. And then once you've been here a while, you realize that they mostly, like 99.999% of the time, just get out of the way. So that is good news. Yeah, except he was in my office, and then the horror geek came in to collect him, put him in a cup and a piece of paper. And he disappeared underneath my treadmill, which is not going to end well for him if he doesn't choose another location. So yeah. So I only got like 182 words. All right, let's see. Mary got through one scene and part of another, but then got interrupted and then had to log into work, and it almost didn't let her in. So she's going to need to like take a breath. So
I like the user picture to go along with that quote.
Yes. Novelist Allie got 362 words. Yay!
Sweet.
Nice.
All right. Marty Mary got
no cats or lizards interrupting.
That's always a plus. That does help. 57 words for Marty Mary. Yes, very nice job. Ginny says, I figured out I needed to write another chapter since I left some important info out of the story. Very good.
That's what I'm hoping I haven't done. So part of my searching through has been figuring out what has already been said and what needs to be said.
That's always a challenge.
Yeah.
Very Bad Book says you're welcome. I'm assuming that means for Robert's dancing here on the stream today. I feel like now I need to add a little disco guide to the description.
The disco detective.
Yeah, the disco.
Detective.
Oh my God, where is CEO Savvy when we need her? Oh,
my
poor thing stayed in bed. Spence is brainstorming how I want to rearrange things in here so I can have all my furniture fit and not make it a massive pain to get around, also stopping for a lunch break. So yeah, right. So we were talking earlier. She was saying she had one piece of furniture too many in her office. I feel like that sometimes. Mine is kind of a tight squeeze because it's small. I like it because it's cozy, and also because it like has a great view. But it's the smallest office I think I've ever had, and I feel like I have big furniture, and I feel like it's all. I could probably do with one less piece of furniture, but I couldn't part with anything. So I don't know what I'd do. I do have an extra chair here. If you guys have noticed, my pink chair is over here because the Horror Geek bought 2 very expensive office chairs. Like you cannot imagine anyone could spend this much money on a chair because he's like us, right? He writes and he writes all day and he edits YouTube videos. So he bought these 2 chairs, couldn't decide which one he liked best. And I thought, oh, you'll sit in them both and then you'll pick which one and then you'll send the other one back. Well, he likes like the seat on one and he really likes the back support on the other. And they have both stayed. So when he's in the studio editing, I have commandeered the second one, which is very close. I know. It is better.
I've been looking at chairs and yeah, they are extremely expensive. Yeah. I went to a Staples last month and I was trying some chairs out, and 2 of the ones that I liked that were more expensive, one online had a price drop.
Oh, well, that's good.
It went down to like almost half the price. So I called them and I said, do you match prices that's, online? Because it was really comfortable. I went back and I sat in it and nothing else compared to that chair. So now I just need to get the kitties a manicure and get things set up and I can ditch this one.
That's nice. Well, I mean, I always like a good chair, but I am not at this level of chair.
My chair is just Russian level of uncomfortable, like it's just a chair.
Like a torture. Are we talking about my chairs?
It's just like a very rudimentary. Very rudimentary. It's just like a place where you sit while you work. That's it.
That's basically my chair, but it's wide enough that I can sit with my legs crossed in it, and it's got a nice low back. So I've had it for like 30 years. So I'm loath to get rid of it, but replacing it would be lovely. However, I don't think I'm going to do it anytime soon.
No, I was like, I'm perfectly comfortable in my chair. And when I'm not comfortable, I'm on my treadmill, right? Because I am comfortable doing that. Although sometimes I'm like, okay, it's been a long day. I want to sit down. But I am really surprised at like how I do not get super fatigued. My back doesn't hurt. My hips don't hurt after sitting in this chair for like long periods of time.
Right.
And I don't think I could spend this kind of money on a chair. Like I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But am I grateful that can only sit in one of the 2 chairs at a time and that I can steal his? Yes, I am. So I'm very grateful.
By the way, I figured out my word count.
Yeah? Oh, good.
For the whole live stream so far, it's more than 572 words for the whole thing.
Nice.
And the document completed like what I did before and what I did now is like 1,200. So
that's awesome.
I doubled the word count that I had before. Now I doubled it in just a live stream. That's
what? Okay, we're gonna take like the last couple comments and then we are going to go back into a stream because we got to keep this going. All right, so Spence says her office is supposed to be my apartment's dining room. It's situated in the exact dang middle of the place. Such heavy traffic, multi-use area. I have to be careful with my setup. Yes, I can imagine that. I have worked I have definitely worked in the dining room. And in fact, even when I had an office in my last house, I had this beautiful hibiscus tree right outside of my dining room. And when the Horror Geek was writing his first book, and I was working on Single Minded, the two of us, like, we had been together for like just a little while. The two of us sat at my dining table and wrote together. Right?
Oh, that's sweet.
Hashtag every
That
young.
is lovely.
I know, that's like author. Yeah,
See,
I love
that is romance that I
It
understand.
is romance. It was like, it still kind of warms me up when I think about it. All right, he would like to give us a quick chair review. The Herman Miller Embody is awesome. The steel case gesture has a nicer butt pad. I don't know which one I'm in. I think I might be in the steel case because it's pretty comfy. So I'm not sure which one.
I need to look up the chair that I actually purchased, but it's odd because you get these chairs that are fit for your back, but are very stiff. And they fit you right, but there's only one position to sit in. So if you're going to be in that position for me for several hours, then
right. You probably like this one. I mean, again, it's insanely expensive. I would never spend this much money on a chair, but I am glad it is available for my day. It has, like, everything moves. Like, you can put the little things up, or you can move them around. I don't like that they're so easy to move. All right, you guys, let's do another sprint. We are making such good progress today. All right, hold on. Let me get this up. I am very excited, Robert. You should do a little review of your chair when you have, or we should get authors to talk about chairs, which seems like a boring topic, but honestly.
It's
so important.
Yeah.
Yeah. We spend so much time sitting. All right. Hold on. There we go. All right. You'd think I'd have this managed by now. All right. Does anybody doll want to do our little
Let's do it.
Our little pep talk?
Okay. Wi-Fi, please be nice to me, because I want to talk to people and I want to motivate them. Okay, people. I was doing a mindset exercise this morning. You can find it on my personal Facebook if you're my Facebook friend, or the shortened version on my Twitter. It's called Finding Your 3 Authors that are like your role models, and finding 3 things that you have in common with them. Because if it resonates, it's because it's within you. So if they can, so can you. And you will do that exercise later. Right now, I want you to focus on your current work. I just wanted to give you that little hint. If you want to discuss it later, fine. But right now, it is time for a sprint, as the timer says. We have 20 minutes, and you're not doing this alone. We are here for you. You can do this. Take a deep breath, put the fingers on the keyboard, and get ready to write in a 3 and 2, 2, 2, and 1, and sprint.
right, here we go. All right, so how did everybody do?
I
yeah?
uploaded my coffee.
Oh, good. You uploaded your coffee, as in glug 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 like that,
No,
No,
coffee,
the coffee, the platform,
the platform. Yeah.
Patreon-like platform.
yeah, little donations. Okay,
Mhm.
got it. Okay, all right, that's good. Very nice. I have not done that. I have had several people tell me that I should set up a Patreon, which I have also not done because I don't have the first idea on how to do that. But
I can
yeah,
help you.
yeah.
I
I
can
have a
help you.
coffee page, but since I haven't been making videos, I haven't really mentioned it or advertised it.
No.
I want to say that to people who are supporting me on Patreon, which some of you are on screen, actually, I just want to thank you for your patience. And once I come back, I'm going to come back with things that are going to help you in return. So
Nice.
it took
right.
me a while. I'm a slow turtle, but I'm studying the crap out of things. And then I'm going to come back like with concise information that's going to save up on time, so you don't have to go goose chasing the information. I'm doing that for you.
Nice.
And I'm gonna bring it back to you, and hopefully it's gonna help people. That's what I want to do.
Very nice. Very, very nice. How about you, Story Detective? How did you do on that last one?
I did pretty well. I'm actually moving towards the end of this segment, so I'm catching up with myself.
That's good. I'm very glad to hear that. I'm very, very glad to hear that. How about you, Doll? How goes the nonfiction book?
Yeah, my first nonfiction ever.
It's exciting.
I wrote a lot of words.
Good.
Let me check the word count real quick, because I did something wrong and I have to cut and paste because I did something wrong with the formatting. But okay, but in this sprint I got 220 words.
That's awesome.
Nicely done.
That's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. And the section that I wrote is Twitter versus Instagram. So we're moving forward.
Love it. I love that. Very, very nice. All right. So I got 307. Not as many words as I normally get, but I have spent a lot of time rereading sections to sort of get back into the story, because it's been a while since I've been working on this, because I took, some time off, which I really, really needed. So, all right, Claude says, outlined another scene. Woohoo! 9/12 is done for this part. 9 out of 12 are done for this part. Very, very nice. Good job, Claude. Very nice. Mary had to watch a video for work. Spence ate lunch. Jenny did dishes. You guys should get together. Lunch and dishes. All right. Marty Mary says, no writing this time. I had to do some vacuuming since these rats don't know how to keep their food inside their cage. Are you talking about children? No, kidding. Oh, good gracious.
I am at more than 1,560 words.
Nice.
That is amazing.
This is awesome shit.
It is awesome. It's really awesome. All right,
Lisa, question, because you are our nonfiction expert. How long is a nonfiction book again? Because I have to, if I'm going to keep running this far, I need a top. I need a ceiling.
Yeah, you know what? Usually, it really depends on the book. My first nonfiction book was only 20,000 words, which seems shocking. So that's not bad. I think they usually go up to like 100, kind of at the top end, usually closer to 75 or 80. But yeah, I'm thinking back like to all my past contracts and what they wanted. The funny thing is the 20,000 word book was my most successful book. And I often got compliments from readers saying, oh, I loved how short this book was. Like,
I like that.
It took 23 hours to read it, blah, blah, blah.
That's one of the goals I have for this Instagram for authors. I don't want to waste your time. I am going like straight to the point, like this is what I'm doing and this is how and this is why.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of information that I want to unpack, know, from all the Instagram tutorials, YouTube videos that I've watched. I have watched everybody. And I'm just taking what works, what could work, and what doesn't. Like what doesn't work, I'm just not gonna say it because it doesn't work. So I'm just gonna give you like the things that I've learned that I think apply for authors, because all the advice out there is for entrepreneurs and all kinds of other stuff that has nothing to do with like specifically being an author. And I'm like, no, I'm taking this and condensing it so authors can read this, learn it, work their own thing, apply it, and move on with their lives and their books. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
great. I'm excited. I think it's going to be great. So Jean says, I need to get back into my story. I can't believe I had to renew my domain. Says it's been a year already.
Yes.
I have most of mine on auto renew because I chronically forget to renew things. So I just have, with domains, like I know I'm always going to be Lisa Daly. So I, for the long-term ones, if it's something like where I buy it for a project and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, well, then I'll leave it up like, okay, just in case I'll renew that manually. But for like the big ones, I always have them
end
auto
of month
renew.
for me, I'm renewing things. So
Yeah.
I guess we all started this around the same time, huh?
I know. That's true. That is true. That is true. I don't know. You had already been on AuthorTube for a little while before I started, and Doll and I started right at the same time.
No, I started a little bit before.
You did. You did.
But
you were the first person to welcome me to AuthorTube.
Yeah, but I caught you like when you were starting. And
I know. I think you watched my first video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Marty Mary says, not talking about kids, although having rats seems like taking care of multiple toddlers at the same time.
Tiny drunk
people. Jean did 20,000 words the first time I sat down to write. They just fell out of my fingers. Really need to get back to my writing. Yeah, I think when you have that where it just pours out of you, that's just a sign from your brain or the universe that you need to get back to your writing. I am so glad I took my little break because I will say I'm enjoying it like so much more than I was for a while. And that's the thing is I've always really loved to write. Right. So there is something about giving your brain a break and not letting yourself write because
draw
or whatever.
Music or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because your brain like stores up all this creative energy and it like you want to get back to creating. And I think if you take a little sabbatical, you don't let yourself, then by the time you get back, you're like hungry for it, which is good.
Your story digests and you build all that up and energy and ideas and
Right. That is exactly true. That is exactly
I have to say, I was still putting out YouTube videos like I was last year and trying to meet that 2 videos per week goal. Half of the things that I'm working on, I'm not even sure if it would have got conceived.
Exactly.
Just busy doing it. So sometimes you need to focus on the business aspect because all the preamble of social media is really getting your platform down on enough people that looks like you.
I think you really need to read my book. I think you really need to read my book because this is exactly one of the concerns. It's the time-consuming aspect of producing quality YouTube videos.
Or any social media content for that.
Right.
Any social media content.
Any social media. Social media should come third. First is your writing. Second is your reading, because this is where you learn like the craft and the whole thing. And then comes social media. How do you make time for all those things? Yeah. You need to find a structure.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, there are a number of authors that just don't do social media. Michelle is one of them, although honestly, she does YouTube, and that is a social media.
That is her social media.
And like the rest of us, she has discovered the awesomeness and also the time suck of YouTube. And so it's both great, and it takes so much time and energy. And I have really been thinking about this a lot lately because I just have had like several people sort of drop in my lap or cross my path who just write and produce books and get them out in the world. And that's all they do. And they don't mess around with social media. They just keep doing more books, and that constant boost to the algorithm of Amazon, and basically having many pies in your bakery, that propels them enough that they're constantly selling without having to, do all the other stuff. So.
Yeah, and most publishers or business, I mean, they don't start promoting you like 2 or 3 years before you start. So a lot of this, it's finding your groove. It's a practice, because you don't want to go on and look like, wow, I'm just starting out and I'm so awkward and I don't know what to do.
Right.
It is good to find yourself and find a rhythm of what works and what doesn't work, like Dal is doing now.
Right.
It does take some time and research.
It does.
Not only research, it's also soul searching.
Yeah. Right. Because you can't do everything. And certainly publishers have an expectation that you will do something. All right. I'm reading Catturd book, Rabbit Skin. I'm not familiar. It's fantastic. Goosebumps. Okay. That's good. I am not familiar with this book, and Catturd seems like such a name. But I'm going to assume that's a real thing and that it's an awesome book. So what do you guys think in the chat? I mean, how much time does your social media take away from your writing? And do you ever think about just like giving it up? Just like, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to write books and get them out there.
I use social media like YouTube and Facebook to kind of like motivate myself to write. Because then I'm being held accountable, and
that works for you. That works for you. That's good.
I think you just can't depend on it and think that this is going to get you a big readership.
Exactly.
Because if you have, it's like you could look at Alexa Dunn when she was self-publishing around the time that I started. And I think around that time she had somewhere between 60 and 70,000 followers. But in a very successful campaign, if you're doing everything right, you'll get about 10% of returns. And that's not enough in the traditional publishing world to make sales. And they started ignoring her on the second book. You need to break out of this and get beyond.
Right. That's exactly right. So Jeannie says, I like doing lives with other writers, though. So there is that. That's true. Like, I really enjoy this part of it. I like talking, and during the beginning of for 2020, this was our entire social life. So right. So so it would be hard, although the live streams don't feel like obviously they do not require the production value that that a regular produced video does.
Exactly. And if you are the person talking in the video, the editor, the audio engineer, the thumbnail maker, the caption maker, if you are a one-man show, YouTube is a lot. And let's be real.
It is a lot. So Jenny says, I have Instagram. YouTube's really hard for me to do. I do have a few videos, but I'm not comfortable making them. I'm better with blogs and Instagram. Yeah, yep. I like Instagram too. I especially I do really like I enjoy it as a social media that I consume, and I also enjoy.
I figured it out thanks to you. And that's also going on my book. It's going to be a shout out for you. It's going to be. I'm going to be distributing shout outs to a lot of people in this book, because it makes sense to the story that I'm telling with this book. So I'm going to mention the people that have taught me things along the way. And it's like, hey, this person did this and blah, blah, blah. And that's how I figured it out. So Lisa figured out a beautiful branding for her grid. And that's how I kind of subconsciously understood mine. And then I started working on mine. And then slowly but surely I figured it out and enhanced it and improved it. And it was all thanks to Lisa. So it's gonna be there.
Thank you very much. Okay, with that, let's say our quick goodbyes, because we have got to get rolling
Lisa has
today.
To roll.
I do. I got to be out of here in like 3 minutes. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here and writing with us today. We are going to do some quick outros before we go to get me out of here in the next 2 minutes. So you have 30 seconds, Dal. Tell us about you.
Thank you very much for having me today. I'm Books Cecil Runo, a partially blind writer for introspective readers who like sci-fi, paranormal, thrillers, and more. I am more on Instagram than YouTube, but I will come back soon. You can find me as Books Cecil Runo. Thank you.
Woo! Thank you, Robert. You're next.
My channel is The Story Detective, where we take all things story-oriented, analyze them, break them down, give it to the viewers so that you can understand, hopefully, your craft journey better. And I will also be doing YouTube and Instagram videos because I think those videos are important. You need to do them because everything is virtual. You put out a book, self-publishing, you're going to have to get on here and do virtual tours and maybe signings. So keep that in mind.
Absolutely. Excellent. Very, very nice. Thank you to everybody. Sakatumi, 30 seconds.
Howdy neighbors, I'm Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voigt. I write horror and I'm a witch and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. So if you are looking for videos pertaining to marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, Sako Toomey Cass Voigt. Please drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Excellent. And I'm Lisa Daly. Thanks so much for being here today. If you want to write a book you're super proud of and get it published, this is a great place to start, and I hope you will check out my videos. As always, thank you so much for being here. We will see you next Monday, same time, same place, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. Happy writing.
Keep those keyboards clacking.